These are the faces of Camp Kindle. I love our camp population because you can look out and you will see so many different faces. You can't say HIV only affects this. You can see that this disease does not affect one type of person. It can affect anybody.
Eva Payne has crossed paths with the AIDS epidemic at various points in her life. Growing up in Southern California, the news of Magic Johnson testing positive for HIV resonated. And as a theater major at Nebraska, one of the most moving plays she has ever read was about a young boy who contracted HIV. Though she wasn't directly impacted by the disease, she made it her mission to help those who were.
This idea popped into my head, and I get lots of ideas, so some of them I just have to dismiss and let go. But this one was start a summer camp and have it be one that makes a difference. Serve kids who are impacted by HIV and AIDS. And I couldn't get this concept out of my head. I started checking around the Midwest, and there was nothing for youth that were impacted by this disease.
Eva had a vision to create a place where children who were directly impacted by the disease could come together and just be kids. In 1999, after some research and fundraising, Eva and a small group of volunteers, including her husband, Chad, chaperoned a group of 50 campers to a campsite in Nebraska. Camp Kindle was born.
This is the one place where they can do and say the things that they wanted to say and do. And so there's something magical about it, a summer camp that kind of lets down your barriers a little bit and helps you really just open up.
He just said there's a need for these kids to have a place where it is, we just put it out there, we're not ashamed of it, we're gonna talk about it.
What began as a week-long recreational camp has evolved into a support system and an escape from the stigmas and challenges many children face living with the disease.
I think the big thing is just seeing them feel more comfortable in talking about the virus and their lives. I guess just feeling comfortable in their own skin. We're not making them sit in a group like they're in a group counseling session and talk about their life. It's just in a very comfortable, non-threatening sort of way.
Camp Kindle is a cost-free endeavor for the campers and serves over 100 children each summer in 2 locations, California and Nebraska.
I know that it's not easy to share your story. It takes a lot of courage to come up in front of your peers and share your story.
HIV first came into my life when my mom first told me she had HIV when I was in 3rd grade.
I didn't really know what it was at first. I contracted it from my mother, from my birth mother through birth.
Sometimes I try to keep it a secret.
The programming at Camp Kindle is tailored to fit the needs of the campers, and through programs such as Speak Out, the campers are encouraged to express themselves and feel empowered to make a difference in their communities.
She started educating me and telling me about the right and the wrongs and how she actually got it instead of what I had set in my mind.
The role Project Camp Kindle plays in my life is encouraging me to speak out against stigma at home.
One thing I want you to know is that HIV is not the death sentence it used to be, and that no matter who you are and no matter what you do, you don't deserve to be hurt in any way or stigmatized.
One of the things that we've always wanted to do is make sure that our kids aren't sitting here saying, woe is me, look at my life, it's impacted by this disease, and feel sorry for me. We really want our kids to go back into their communities and make a difference. And we know they have the strength within them because they're dealing with this disease every single day, and they're so courageous.
Courtney Bingham is one of those courageous kids. His younger brother, Cortez, and his mother are both infected with the disease. Like many of the campers, he is making it his mission to educate others by sharing his personal experiences.
It's not just about my mom and my little brother anymore, even though that's the main thing. I still want to help more people learn about this disease, Get more people some more help.
We hope we're kindling that spark in them to get out there and advocate.
For Holly Boyle, who learned of her mother's illness at a young age, and many other campers, Camp Kindle is a second home, a place of acceptance and a place where they come to terms with the disease.
Camp Kindle to me is my second family. They've supported me in the hardest of times, gave me self-esteem, gave me the courage to, not be afraid to speak my mind and to stand up for what I believe in.
When I see my little brother having the time of his life, it just means the most to me because, I'm watching him have fun, not worrying about what's going on in his life, not worrying about this disease. He's just living it up, And that's what it's all about at the end, just living life to the fullest.
I just feel like any child who is impacted by HIV or AIDS should be able to come here, to be able just to experience this once.
Nebraska alum Eva Payne appreciates the support of the Cornhusker community. So when one of her former classmates wanted to learn more about Camp Kindle and show his support for the cause, she welcomed him with open arms.
This is Tommy Frazier. Tommy Frazier went to college at the University of Nebraska the same time that I did, and he helped bring the Cornhuskers to 2 national championships. He's one of the very best college quarterbacks there's ever been. He's gonna play some football with you guys.
Go, let's try to. You go straight, I'll throw it straight.
Come on.
There we go. Yeah. Keep that running around, I'll find you.
It's really awesome having Tommy here. I mean, of course, being a Husker and coming in '94, I mean, he was Husker football.
Tommy Frazier off to the races, 20.
So to be able to have him here and having him see what we're all about, and I mean, we've been doing this for 14 years, so to be able to say, look what's in your community, that's something you didn't know about, being able to open his eyes to that.
1, 2, 3,
Growing up, my granddad always told me, the one thing you can do is give back to people who've given you a lot. And the state of Nebraska has given me and my family a lot. And so the least I can do is give back.
Eva, Tommy Frazier!
I want them to see that it's more to me than football. I am a human being. I have a life, and football is over with now. So ways I can give back to the community is by using my name and going out spreading the message about different organizations that need help.
Get it off your chest. Talk about it. Because you can't do everything by yourself. There's nothing wrong with asking for help.
When you see kids at a young age with a whole life to live and going through what they're going through and their spirits are up, it makes me want to tear up a little bit. So if there's a way that I can help them have an opportunity to live life longer, then I'm going to do it because they're supposed to be here when I'm gone.
Thanks to advances in medicine, those directly infected by the disease can now live a long and healthy life. But a stigma remains attached to the illness. For Eva Payne, the cure is education. As long as there is a need, she will continue to teach.
Eva is a very unique person. She just has this huge heart, and she wants to do good, and she does good.
She has been able to create love amongst us. She's truly a blessing to have in my life.
Eva, well, she found this camp, and so I love her. Same thing.
I've taken on a lot, and when I was really young, and I don't know if I would have been able to do it by myself without, having Eva. There's no words to describe her.
Can you imagine your children coming to an environment like this and saying, hey, my mom started this, look at all this, and she brings all these great people together for this great thing, and if our kids see that, and it's not do as I say and not as I do, it's do as I say and as I do.
I feel so blessed to have the life that I have. I have an amazing family, and then I get to impact thousands of lives every year through this organization, whether it's the hundreds of kids at camp each summer, or the thousands of kids that are reaching through our Speak Out program, or the visions of where this organization can go. I mean, I'm excited. I have an awesome life, and I'm so grateful for it.
For more information on Camp Kindle and how you can live big, go to btnlivebig.com.